So this is two-handed safety system or two-handed safety circuit. So as the name itself indicates that we have to ensure safety of two hands of operator, which is which is monitoring some of the machining operation like punching, pressing, blanking and so on. So assume that this cylinder, double acting cylinder, is mounted vertically, and using this double acting cylinder we have to perform punching operation. Okay, so when if we want to perform punching operation, we have to extend this cylinder. So when it is mounted vertically, the punching operation, to perform punching operation, the tool will shifted from higher side to lower side. So it may happen that if operators both hands, if they are not safe, if they are kept somewhere near to the tool, punching tool, and if some if you operate the direction control valve. So if you operate direction control valve by your one hand, and if another hand is kept near to the punching tool or even to the near to the workpiece, so unconsciously, if this happens, that you are operating the direction control valve by your one hand, and if second hand is kept near to the workpiece, so because of unconsciousness or because of working stress, your second hand will be harmful. It will create some issue, because if your hand is near to the workpiece, and if punch comes, and if a cylinder extends, and if punching operation starts, and if your hand, second hand, other hand, if it is near to the workpiece, then it will be harmful. So in such case, what we have to ensure that the extension of cylinder, that means punching operation, it should start only when your both hands are engaged at the same time. When your both hands are engaged at the same time, then only this punching operation must start. If any of your hand, if it is not engaged, then it should not extend. Okay, so this is the main intention of two-handed safety circuit, because we have to ensure safety of both the hands. That means both the hands must be kept engaged, then and then only the cylinder must extend and the punching operations should start. This is the application of this particular circuit. So now let us try to understand various components which are used in this particular circuit. So we have double acting cylinder, punch tool is connected to this connecting rod, and extension of connecting rod will be used to operate the punching operation, or it will be used to achieve the punching operation. Okay, then we have one 4x3 direction control valve, but now this direction control valve is pilot operated, because when the liquid being supplied from this pilot line, the pilot pressure will be sensed, and that time this position will come into picture. Even for third envelope we have another pilot line, so this pilot line, pilot pressure will sense, and this pilot line will operate it, and third envelope will come into picture, and the retraction will happen. So to achieve operation of this particular valve, that means switching position 1 and switching position 2, we need to add liquid from this pilot line and even from this pilot line. This is not manually operated or hand lever operated or push button operated, this particular valve. Okay, so this, to operate this particular valve, switching position 1 or 2, we need to add liquid from this pilot lines. Okay. So this is a double acting cylinder, this is 4x3 pilot, double pilot operated direction control valve. Then we have one pressure relief valve, pump, filter, tank, and then if you see from the pressure line, one way is taken out, and then it is connected to 4x2 direction control valve. This is 4x2 direction control valve number 1, and this is 4x2 direction control valve number 2. Now it is operated by, so this envelope is operated by push button, and this envelope will be operated automatically when you will release your hand from this push button. Automatically, because of this spring, this second envelope will come into picture. Similarly, to operate this particular valve, first envelope of this particular valve, we have to activate this push button. So when you press this push button, this first position will come into picture. When you release your hand, automatically second position will come into picture because of this spring. So these are two 4x2 direction control valves operated by push buttons, and they are spring written, because switching position number 2 is spring return. When you release your hand, automatically it will come to the second position of both the walls. Okay, so this is how this two hand safety circuit is arranged. Now let us try to understand its working. Okay, let us consider first case. Now first case is that you are operating your first hand to activate DCV number 1. So you will operate your first hand to push this button, that is why it is written as on, whereas hand 2 is not used and thus this DCV2 is not activated. So this is the case where only this DCV number 1 is operated by using your first hand. Okay, so let us try to understand what happens. So when this pump is started, it will deliver liquid, it will deliver to this particular point, but in the central position, since we are in the central position, this port is blocked. It will start entering from this pilot line, because it will not even enter to this, because this pressure relief valve is closed. It has no back pressure, so this pilot line will not work. Obviously we have only one way. This is the second pilot line. So liquid delivered by pump will diverted through this pilot line, so it will come here, it will reach to this particular point. Now since we have operated our first hand to activate this push button 1, this wall or this position will come into picture. So what will happen, since in this position port, this port is connected to this port, so liquid which is coming from pump will be delivered to this port and it will come to this particular point. Now from this point, liquid will start entering from this line, it will come here, it will come here. Now here there are two ways. One is it can go here and it can go here. But now if you see, since this path is connected to tank through this line, so it has least resistance. So obviously liquid will flow where it has least resistance. So obviously it will not go here. Liquid which is coming from pump will come here, it will come here at this point, and since this second wall is not operated, it will keep in the second envelope position, and thus in this position liquid which is coming from here, it will be delivered to the tank. So liquid which is coming from pump will directly pass through this line and it will directly go to the tank, it will not go here. And if it is not reaching to this point, obviously this position will not be activated, and if this position is not activated, cylinder will not extend. Are you getting? So that means when only one hand is operated, cylinder will not extend. Simply liquid which is coming from pump will be delivered to tank from this way. Okay, now let us try to understand second case. Okay, now this is the case where this direction control valve 1 is not operated. So your first hand is not operated, you are operating your second hand to activate direction control valve 2. So that is why it is the case where hand 1 and DCV 1 is off. By your second hand you are activating DCV number 2. So now what will happen? So liquid which is coming from pump will again go to this port, but this is closed one. So it will be delivered or it will be diverted to this line. Now since we are in this position, this hand is not operated, this wall is not operated, we will be in the second envelope. So liquid which is coming from pump will be delivered to this point. From check valve it will go to again this line. Now we have operated this direction control valve 2. So this envelope will come into picture. So liquid which has been diverted through this line will now start entering to this point. So now it will come here, it will come here, it will come here. So now again here there are two ways. One, either it can go to this line or it can go to this line. So if we go from this line, liquid will come here, it will come here. Since I already said DCV number 1 is not activated, it will remain in the same position. So liquid which is coming from pump, from this line, from this line, from this line, from this line, it will be delivered to the tank again. So if liquid is not going from this pilot line, this we can say activation of direction control valve will not be operated, and if this is not operated, this envelope will not come into center and thus extension will not happen. So this is again same case where liquid which is delivered by pump will follow this line, it will follow this line, and since this line offers least resistance, since it is connected to tank, liquid will be unloaded to the tank, or the pump will be unloaded to the tank. It will not go through this particular line. So again, if your first hand is not operated, second hand is operated, then also extension will not happen. Now third case. In the third case, my both hands, they are not operated. So hand 1 and hand 2, they are not operated. Thus these two push button, they are not activated. If these two buttons are not activated, this first position of direction control valve 1 and first position of direction control valve 2 will remain deactivated. So automatically, because of spring, this second position of direction control valve 1 and second position of direction control valve 2 will be in the operating condition. So this is the current state, what they have shown in this particular circuit. So let us try to understand this particular case where both of this valve, they are off or they are not activated. So liquid which is delivered by tank will again follow this particular path. It will follow this path and it will come here. Now since liquid has passed through this point to this point, it will come to check valve. Again from check valve, it will follow this particular path, and by following this particular path, it will again come to this particular line. Okay, so at this present position, the liquid which is being supplied from this line will activate this particular position. Now if this particular position is achieved, so this position will come into picture. Liquid which is being diverted from pump will come to this point. Now since P port is connected to port B, liquid will start entering from rod end of cylinder, this cylinder, and retraction of cylinder will start, and liquid which is available at blank end will be taken out to this point, and A port is connected to T. In this position, liquid will be given to the tank. So that means when two direction control valve, they are not operated, when you release your both the hands from two valves, automatically because of operation of these two positions, the retraction of cylinder will happen. So that means even if you don't operate any of the valve of this two direction control valve, retraction will happen, so that punching tool will again go to its neutral position. So extension will not, but extension will not happen. So this will ensure safety of your both the hands. So if any one of your hand is released, extension will not happen because the cylinder will be locked. And even if you release your both the hands, automatically cylinder will retract, because by deactivating these two valves, by releasing your two hands, but due to this arrangement, liquid will pass through this way from this check valve to this way. It will go to this particular line. It will activate this pilot line. Because of activation of this pilot line, envelope 3 will come into picture, and since envelope 3 is used for retraction, so automatically retraction of cylinder, double acting cylinder will happen. What will happen because of retraction? The punching tool will again go to its higher position, where its neutral position, or we can say it has set. So it will not extend and it will not perform punching operation. Okay, so this is how the two hand safety circuit is used. Now we have to understand when we are operating this both the push buttons, that means we are operating this two direction control valves, that time extension will happen. So that we will see now. Now this is the last case where hand 1 is will be used for activating push button of direction control valve 1, and hand 2 is used to activate push button of direction control valve 2. So these two valves, they are operated by two hands. So in this case, both the hands are engaged, because first hand is used to operate this push button, second hand is used to operate this push button. Okay, so at the same time, by using two hands, you are operating your these two push buttons. So what will happen? This switching position will come into picture, and even this switching position will come into picture. So liquid which is being delivered by pump will come here. It will divert it to this point, and from this point it will again come here. So now again there are two ways. One is here and one is here. So let us try to understand this part. So liquid which is being delivered from this path, it will come here, it will come here. Now but since this position it has been in the working position, these two ports, they are connected to each other. So even if the direction is shown in this way, liquid can flow from this way to this way also, because they are simply connected. No. So liquid which is being delivered by pump will follow this path, it will come here, it will come here. By following this path, it will come to this point. Now since these two ports are connected, it will flow back to this way. But if you see the orientation of this check valve, liquid which is coming from this way will not allowed to flow from right hand side to left hand side. So this will prevent liquid which is being supplied to the tank. So now we have only one space for liquid to go to this particular point, because from this particular point it will come to this point, but this check valve will not allow the flow from right hand side to left hand side. So liquid will only pass through this particular path. It will activate this pilot line, will activate this first position of main direction control valve, so it will come into picture. Then liquid which is delivered by pump will come to port P. P is connected to A. So from A blank end, the liquid will start entering from blank end, and the extension of cylinder will start. At the same time, liquid which is available at rod end will be taken out, and since port B is connected to T in this position, the liquid which is available at rod end will be supplied again to the tank. So that means when both hands are operated, when both hands are engaged, first positions of both the direction control valve, they are in operating condition, and because of that liquid which is coming from pump will be diverted through this line to the this pilot line, which will activate this first position of direction control valve because of hydraulic liquid, and at the same time the extension of cylinder will start. Now you can ask me, what is the necessity of this particular line? So this particular line is used, or you can even ask what is the use of this particular check valve. So when we are activating the first position of this direction control valve, the third position must be released. So when liquid which is being supplied from this line, at the same time liquid which is available at this line must be taken out. No, then and then only it will activate this first position. To activate first position, there are two conditions. The liquid must be supplied from this direction so that it will activate this first position, but at the same time we have to deactivate this particular position. So to deactivate this particular position, we have to take liquid which is available at this line. So when the liquid which is being supplied from this line, liquid which is available at this line will be taken out. It will be diverted through this particular port, and since this hand 2 is used to activate this position, the liquid which is available at this point will be automatically, because these two ports are connected, no, here. So liquid will be taken out and it will be delivered to the tank. But if you, that's the meaning why I am saying this is, if you don't release liquid which is available at this position to the tank, it will not activate even if you supply liquid from this direction. Okay, so even if the liquid which is being supplied from this direction and this valve is activated, at the same time you have to deactivate this position. Now to deactivate this position, liquid which is available at this point has to be taken out, and that is why these two ports, they are connected in first envelope of direction control valve 2. Similarly, when we are achieving retraction stroke, we are supplying liquid from this direction. No, from this direction liquid will come here and it will activate this position. At the same time, you have to deactivate this position. So what you have to do is, you have to remove the liquid from this line. Now to remove the liquid from this line, it will come here and when it will come here it will follow this line. When it will follow this line, it will be diverted from this point to the tank. This is how, if you want to activate any of this position, you have to remove the liquid from the other side. That is why this arrangement has been done. Okay, so this is how two-hand safety circuit is used, which ensures that when your both hands are engaged, then and then only extension of cylinder will happen. Okay.